Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Today gonna go out, take a few things, things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's not a lot of new things that's gonna be, that will be changed out in stores. The main big releases Come Back to Me, and that one I'm pretty sure will be in Walmart. I'm not sure if they're changing out this week. It may end up switching out next week because they switched out some things, in the store last Tuesday. We will see. Also though, places like Barnes & Noble and like online, you'll be able to find from Kino, they put out today for the first time on 4K, Happy Gilmore, as well as Coneheads. Also today though, the one big thing I'm doing is I'm going to Book Off. My brother has a bunch of stuff to sell there, so I have all these bags of stuff to take to Book Off. So fingers crossed, hopefully that will go well. And I'll show you guys some of the stuff that's, for sale in there. They have, it's like a trade-in store, so they have lots of, I've showed that a lot in the past, where they have lots of DVDs, Blu-rays, all sorts of things in there. A lot of times there's music blasting, so worst case, I'll just kind of narrate over it later, but we'll see kind of what's in there. Also today, going to go to a couple other different spots, kind of in that area as well today. Very warm today, though. Also, though, at the end of the video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received a review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. Also, guys, too, thanks again for everyone who's been checking out my film, Desert Fiends, which is free to stream now on Tubi. You guys can check out the link below. Also, one big thing you guys can do on Tubi as well is if you guys have an account on there, you can click the like for the film, and that kind of helps to spread the, movie throughout Tubi more as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. But before I go, too, I wanted to make sure to mention as well that the tickets now are on sale for the premiere for my film, Skate to Hell. It's going to be next year in January. I'll have a link below for that as well. And what's pretty cool as well is it's going to be Thursday, and then that Friday, it's going to be held in Vegas. That Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be the Days of the Dead Las Vegas convention. We're going to be there as well promoting Desert Fiends. So I have a link below too for the Skate to Hell premiere, which is going to be this January. Into the first Target we go. In the Walmart over here too, they put up that cool like toy display. Well, they didn't have all of it set up, but it's like that new like Spark Your Collection thing that a lot of people have been showing online. They put like half of it up. It was kind of funny. It was like some of it was there, and then some of like the toys on the alternate side were not there yet. But it was cool to see because I looked in some some of the other Walmarts and I didn't see it. But we'll see if the area we're going to today, they have any of the other Spark ones that have all the stuff up. But let's see over here though, anything different book-wise. And I heard something about the Ulta Beauty is going to be leaving Target. I don't know if that's true, but I saw some article about it. It doesn't look like anything new from what I can tell. Turd Mags, the People, there's two different ones there. Both those ones I believe are new. But yeah, I heard something about the Ulta leaving soon. I don't know if that was true, but it sounds like that might be what's going to be happening at some point soon. But yeah, over here though, in the back though, I see a bunch of these little gizmos. I don't think I remember seeing them last time in here, but looking in here though, doesn't look like I see anything new, at first glance. It's been kind of the same stuff at this location for the last while back here. I know there's starting to put out the new Wednesday Funko Pops. My brother was looking for those ones, so I'm definitely going to be looking for those. Other than that though, nothing else that I think is going to be back here that I'm looking for right now though. I think at some point the Toonie Terrors are going to be coming out, like the one for Art the Clown, and also I believe soon though, in the next couple weeks, the figure of Art the Clown from NECA in this kind of a box is supposed to be coming out as well, like the deluxe figure. That one will probably end up being at like Target and Walmart, things like that. And when they change out eventually the horror section of Walmart, that will probably be in there, I'm thinking. Yeah though, in here today though, from what I can tell, it doesn't look like anything new in here. But like I said, we're going to go to a couple different locations today though, and we will see if we come across anything. And people have been finding, I've seen a few pictures online of the new Simpsons, so I always bring it up every week, so we definitely will find it at some point though, start finding those figures. Into Walmart we go. But we'll see though in here though, movie wise, if they changed anything out, because I definitely think Bring Her Back is one that they will carry in here. But it might be one of those things where next Tuesday they'll switch it out, because I don't think there's anything else that they would really have out today besides that. But let's see though. But it is cool though, they've been having the Rumpelstiltskin one at most locations that I showed last Tuesday. They have it here as well, which is so cool to see from a Terror Films release in here. Because I remember something from Terra Films came out like a year or so back, and I remember everybody was finding it, but I went to all my stores and I couldn't find it whatsoever. So it seems like Terra Films now is in more locations, like more Walmarts and stuff like that. But then over here, this has been kind of like this sort of a random mixture of things. See, it's kind of like very random. And then in here though, nothing else different in there. This location though didn't seem to get the wrestling one. But let me show you. Let's see though, in here, eventually though, this is where I think they're gonna switch that section out, because it's been the same for a number of months now. But in here, last time I was here, it's probably gone. I was gonna show you guys, they had the one Batman, the yellow one, but they have some of these ones that are the newer ones, like this, the Aerial Batman and Mirror Master, these ones in here. And I found the Jaws Movie Maniac one a couple weeks back. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything else different, but I want to show you guys that, oh yeah, let's check over here. What's up here? Ace Ventura, Nobody. I really like Nobody too. I thought that was really good, surprisingly. But let's go over here. I'm going to show you guys this Speed and Spark thing. I think it's Spark Your Collection is what it's called. But what's funny is, like I was saying, they didn't finish it. It was like some of the toys were put out, but like the one side, at least as of like a couple days ago, wasn't finished. So let's see. I see like, here's the actual thing. So they have a thing here for like the Descendants, and they're like kind of put in these kind of cases. So the big thing I know they're promoting for over here was like the John Cena figure, but I don't think they put it in here, but it's like him like leaving or one of his final matches. And then, but see over here, it's supposed to be like the figure stuff here, but there was nothing else on it. And they do have these Thunderbolts ones, like this one here, this set over here, and then they had these kind of like, these kind of Halloween Star Wars ones. But let's see if there's anything else too in the actual section. But it is cool they have this stand out. Like I said though, some locations it kind of goes around to the other side and there's more stuff on the top. But I wonder if like eventually all the stores are going to end up putting those out. I don't know, kind of like what Toys R Us used to do back in the day too. They used to have like some displays like that with some of the Legos set up, and certain figures I remember they would do some of the time. So kind of cool to see that. Doesn't look like though anything else different here from what I can tell. Well, I've made it to book off and I have all the stuff to sell here, so we should see how it goes. But yeah, guys, I'm in here now. They said it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes for them to go through all the things in here. But yeah, this place though, they have so much different stuff. I'm gonna try and talk over the music and stuff like that. But this is sort of the Steelbook area in here, and then they have all different Blu-rays. I remember like I first started coming in here, there was like just basically Blu-rays were like kind of like to here, and now it's so much stuff in here. But gonna pretty much just kind of go through this stuff. I have probably about 30 minutes to kill, so I'm gonna pretty much just kind of walk around in here, look at the stuff. That's a funny one to see. Is this, I think, oh yeah, the Evil Dead, the unrated one. This is one of those ones that was like, you had to get online, and so I think it was an MOD discs for that one. But I remember it like took years for that edition to finally come out, the director's cut. But lots of different stuff in here. I remember in the past though, I used to come across some really obscure like TV things and stuff like that. I used to come across like Unsolved Mysteries and things like that. And at one point too, it was kind of funny, like price wise, they didn't really like check the stuff too much. So kind of like generally all the things were kind of all in a certain price range. And then they started realizing that a lot of stuff was out of print. So that if you notice, like you kind of go through here and like there's randomly some things that are really expensive if you come across something out of print. But then there's stuff like Jeff Foxworthy, only $2. So things like that, like for example, like Different Strokes, like that's out of print. So if you come across any of those ones are, you know, always pretty pricey, especially the full series. But yeah, let's see. I think over here is the horror. They have like a little horror section they separate. I don't believe they separate the Blu-rays, you know, into horror sections. But let's see anything different in here. Like I said, this is a place that I come to usually like a couple times a year. I haven't been here on video though for a while, and usually they're kind of like blasting like really loud music. So it's like, luckily enough, at least for now, there's not anything playing. This one I always like, this movie Dead Heat. It's a really fun movie. And what's cool too is when I think of this, I always think of Biodome, because they shot Biodome in the same kind of thing where they shot that movie. And that one, you know, of course, was first. But yeah, like I said, I'll let you know too how things go selling my brother's stuff. We shall see. There was like 2 figures, and they said those ones take a while to evaluate. I always like these releases too. These are the ones that Joe Bob did the commentary tracks for. And I remember like this one in general is a really fun movie. I know I have that one. This was out of print for a while, but now, you know, then they released the new 4K. But pretty much just going through here. Like here's an example. See, $70. So that's one of the more expensive ones in here. But yeah, just like I said, going through here, seeing anything different we come across. But yeah, like here's an example, guys, of one of the ones that's like $70. Stanks Killing. This one's a really hard one to come across, but you see, they know $70 for it. But still cool to see it. Like I was saying, you come across stuff like in here, some, you know, really out of print stuff you just about never see. But it's definitely the out of print kind of prices, though. And this is one thing too. I can't believe this one is still not out on Blu-ray in America. No Blu-ray, no 4K, nothing for the original Stefford Wise. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, in here though is like the out of print case. They have like Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It's like $150, and then they have the Blu-rays of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. The slipcover ones though, I know are, if you have the ones that have the slips on them, those ones are really valuable. But they just released them on 4K, but the 4K doesn't have the Blu-rays in them, just the 4Ks. Other than that, they have like the Fog one, a bunch of different things. Yeah, the place is taking forever. They're like, oh, it's going to be 40 minutes. No, sorry, they said it's going to be about 30 minutes. So then I waited. It's been like 45 minutes. And I ended up going over to check. And they hadn't even done it yet, the bag yet. So I'm like, oh, God. And they said, oh, probably the next 45 minutes, but it could be another hour and 40 minutes. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So I'm just going to kind of do stuff in this area and then come back. But if it's like another, you know, hour and 40 minutes from now, I'll just have to lump it if they don't do it, because I don't know. It's really weird. There was like nobody in there, and then they didn't do it. So who knows? I'm gonna see what I can go into this in this area. I think there's a Target around here and a couple things I can do to kill some time, and then I'll just see what's going on with it. Into the next Target we go, and there's a Target and a Walmart around the area and a Kia. So I can kill some time in those areas, and hopefully by then the stuff will all be done, you know, checking everything. But yeah, taking a look back here, I looked in the main section though of toys, didn't see anything different. This one has a lot of the itty bitty ones, like the Beetlejuice one, this Superman one. I don't think I've seen this one before. And like I said, I'm still looking for those you know, Wednesday ones. Doesn't look like anything different. And I think I showed this to you guys a couple weeks back, this Ninja Turtles sewer lair one, which is a pretty cool one. Into the next Walmart we go. But yeah, I'm really like, I have to kind of stay in the same area though. I don't want to go too far because you know, I know at some point we're gonna get, you know, we get the text that the stuff is done. But it was crazy. I waited for, they said 30 minutes, and I waited 45 minutes to go over, and they never opened up anything in the bags or anything. So, and then they said at the they said, yo, you can leave, but it may end up being another hour and 45 minutes. So I'm just like, oh. So we'll see. This particular Walmart, though, I don't think I've been to this one too often. A couple times, but not that much. So we'll see what's in here. We'll see, though, too, what they have out movie-wise in here. Yeah, this is one of those ones where like the movies are kind of reversed. They usually have the new ones right here, but this one they put them down here around the side. Yeah, so it's weird. Like, so there's some stuff there, and then a few here, movie-wise, and then like, so is that all? No. So it's very weirdly laid out. Like there's some here. They have like the Steelbooks, and then over here they have some of the other ones. So where's the end where they put the new releases? Yeah, so here's the newer stuff here. Yeah, very weird. Definitely a different kind of layout. So see back here, guys, this is where they put the new releases. So it's kind of like arse backwards, because normally the new releases on the front, they kind of put them back here like this. So very strange. Let's see though. I don't think I see any, you know, figures. Sometimes they have some locked up too. I'll see if I see any locked up as well. See this thing right here, which is kind of the older display for the Superman ones they still have left. They still have a lot of the Mr. Terrific ones left over here. So yeah, they have that spot, and that seems to be all the main ones that I see though. But yeah, I didn't see that start your collection thing that they had in the other Walmart with like the toys displayed. This is a newer thing here for Jack Skellington, like Nightmare Before Christmas, like one of the ones that kind of shakes, and there's like a mystery capsule type thing. I guess it's like mystery figures and things like that in it, and then like some stuffed animals and things like that, Oogie Boogie as well. Yeah, they all have different things out. Like this one has a whole display for Bluey, so it's all this one, you know, and then this sort of like learning thing. So they're all really different, like with what they have out, because like I haven't seen this one put at any location. So maybe some are going to have the Bluey display, and some of them are going to have the toy thing. And this thing is really interesting too. Like they made like an easy bake oven that's like like it's sort of like ice cream type thing. It's so strange because, you know, easy bake I don't think has made anything really new. Besides, it's pretty much been the same oven things for 30-40 years. This is like the first kind of new thing I think for years that they've done. Cool. This one has a whole display for the Wednesday cereals, both ones. These ones were hard to find at first, especially the Enid one, so kind of cool seeing a whole display of all of them. Yeah, well, I just got back from book off. Everything is done. Luckily enough, they took pretty much everything. I'm at the IKEA now, getting the meatballs and everything, the vegetarian meatballs. Well, into the next Target we go. This is one I don't think I've ever really been to on video before. It's like one of those two-floor ones. The normal two-floor one I go to is the Escondido Mall one, but this is a different one. We'll see, though, anything different in this one, though. We shall see. Yeah, this one's kind of laid out a little differently. It's like kind of easier to see this stuff. They're kind of all like separated a little more. You can see like they put all these ones together, like the Beetlejuice, the Coralines, and like the Ben Coopers down here. So it's laid out better. This is one you don't see too much. Conky for, you know, Pee-wee one. That's cool. And then a Happy Death Day one. I've not seen that one. And then this one from Puppet Master, Beetlejuice one. There's a Megan. Yeah, Velma. You know, the Black Phone. I don't think I've seen all these ones. These are cool, though. Gizmo, we saw that, though, already. Figure-wise, though, trying to see if I see anything different mixed in here. Doesn't look like it, though. And I still have to always be looking for those Wednesday ones, too. Yeah, I'm over now at the Fashion Valley Mall. I don't think I've been over here for, I don't know, probably like 2 years or so. I'm going to go to that movie. I think it's called Jimmy and Stiggs. I think that's what it's called. Eli Roth presents one. It has like two of Eli Roth's like little shorts at the beginning of the movie that he made. They're new ones. So going to go to that. It's because it's only playing at AMC's, and there's none of them like right by my house. So going to go to that now. And then afterwards, I think there's like one or two other Walmarts I can go to on the way back as well. I'm going to like the 550 one though. But yeah, this AMC though, I haven't been to this one for maybe 10 years. I remember back in the day I saw like, I think I saw Anchorman here, I think Step Brothers, a number of different things, but it's been years and years and years since I've been to this one. But it's one of the only ones that's playing the Eli Roth one though. Into what I believe will probably be the final Walmart we go. We shall see, but I think it will probably be. But we shall see. But yeah, I'm gonna look around in here, guys, and see, you know, if this one has anything, you know, different in here as well. I see in here they have this. This is one of the ones I haven't, not all the locations seem to get this one, Freaky Tales. This one I definitely have to check out soon. And then Dark Match is the one I showed last Tuesday. But it seems like not a lot of the Walmarts got these two ones. But yeah, in here though, looking back and seeing, it's always this one, Adam Strange. We always are seeing Adam Strange. I feel like that's like the one figure that, like, you know, that thing they say they can't give away. There's a Beetlejuice one up there, a King Kong one. And then over here, I saw like two random ones up there. And then like over here, I think I showed these like last Tuesday. These are the newer Universal Monsters Toonie Terrors that have like the screaming faces and stuff like that with them as well. Well, I'm now outside of the Walmart ending the video. The security thing is there. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. In the comments below, too, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, let me know if there's anything you guys have seen in the theaters lately or anything you guys have watched on streaming. And like I was mentioning, too, you guys can check out my film Desert Fiends streaming free on Tubi now. Now, this past weekend, though, I saw a couple of different films. I saw Weapons, which is the one I was really looking forward to seeing. It's one of those movies, too, you've been hearing so many good things about it, so it's kind of like, I didn't know going into it how I was going to like it, but I had a feeling I really would because I loved Barbarian. What's so funny is the director of Weapons, I didn't even realize, was from The Whitest Kids You Know. And he actually was the director of Miss March as well, which is so funny because I'm like, man, I remember back like early on my YouTube when I was doing like Don and Murph, and I remember talking to the director on the comments and stuff. It's so crazy that I never put two and two together. That the same director that did Miss March did Barbarian. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't figure that out. And the other movie that I saw was Nobody 2, which I feel like a lot of people kind of forgot the first movie, like what happened in it. I kind of did as well. But it's basically, though, this kind of regular guy that's sort of like a hitman type person, and he goes on a trip with his family to like this kind of water park, theme park type place, and of course trouble follows him there. I liked it. I thought it was really fun. Christopher Lloyd is in the movie. And then I also saw, the re-release of Turtles in theaters, which was cool to see that again. Because, like, I remember the first Turtles, like, when I was a little kid, the first scene in the movie with the sewer, like, I don't know what it was that creeped me out so much, so bad as a kid. And then, of course, I just saw that Jimmy and Stiggs movie, just got out of that now. That movie was interesting. There was some really good gore in it, and I liked the behind the scenes that they had at the end of the movie, kind of showing that it was all in the director's apartment. And I've seen a lot of the director, Bagos' films over the years. I thought it was an interesting movie. It was one of those kind of movies where it was only two characters pretty much and just kind of like weird sort of alien movie. It kind of reminded me a little bit, just a tiny bit of The Signal. Kind of had that feel a little bit as well. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. Now, before we get to the reviews, we have a really cool unboxing here from Sony for the film 28 Years Later. So I have not seen what's in here yet. So it's all relating to the film, which is now available on streaming to watch. I'll show you guys, though, what's in here. So we'll open this up. Let's see. So the first thing in here, it's actually, now the box is actually talking. So where's that my brother too gets real creeped out by this talking. So where is that noise coming from in the box? That is really, really weird. It's something in the box makes it talk. But in here, it has a thing in here about the movie. It says on digital now, and then Blu-ray it actually comes out on Blu-ray on my birthday, September 23rd. So that's pretty cool, a birthday gift, the movie coming out. So in here we have a candle. It's scented, very cool. It's like the skeletons in the movie. That's really cool. This candle like this. And then the backpack in here. And this has 28 years later. Oh, that's cool. The soundtrack in here for the movie. So then in the backpack, I'm trying to get the Excelsior all over myself. Let's see. So inside of here, let's see what's in here. So there was a soundtrack. It's a bunch of chords. What is this thing? User man. Oh, they actually gave a portable CD player. So that's cool. A portable CD player. So that's what this is. Okay, that's cool. In the backpack. And then, let's see, what else was in here in the little backpack? There is a map. Yeah, so the map. I don't want to mess it all up, but that's really cool. So the map that they were looking in the movie, let's see. And it's all aged, too, so really cool. And then there's a t-shirt in here. Here's the t-shirt. Memento Mori on here. And then there's a bottle, like a flask, like a water bottle thing, 20 with the logo on it. And then also in here is this sort of skull cup Very cool stuff. Like I said, I don't know where in the box was making it talk. And then here's some safety matches. And then this weird thing. I don't know. I think this thing goes inside of the skull. I think. And then there was this little thing too. This weird flower. I think that was everything. Like I said, whatever made it talk. I do not. Oh, yeah, the little thing inside of it. So that's cool. There's inside of it. There's like a talking thing right there. So that's what makes it talk when it opens. Very cool. Like really, really cool stuff. Like I said, now I gotta like that. Oh, now it's talking again. There it's going again. So you move it, it starts to talk. That's very cool though. I just gotta be careful with all this Excelsior. I'm like in the movie, A Bad Seed with all the Excelsior. And the first one I got here is from Universal, and this is the live-action version here of the film How to Train Your Dragon, which, I remember I years and years ago saw the original one, so I don't remember it too well, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty much very similar story-wise. I don't think they ended up changing too many things detail-wise. It's basically about, like, this whole kind of village where they're all against, dragons and things like that, and this one kid ends up meeting this dragon out in the middle of kind of nowhere and realizes that this dragon is actually okay and there's more to it. It's kind of like he wants to kind of protect the dragon. I really like this one. And it's very hot in this one. I don't have any AC on right now because I can't have it on when I'm filming. So it's like, whew, fired up in here. But on here, though, we have deleted scenes, a gag reel, the making of How to Train Your Dragon on here, and a number of other different featurettes on this one here as well. The next one here, which is from Disney, and I saw this one in theaters as well. I really like this one. This is the live-action remake here of Lilo and Stitch, which I thought was really well done. They changed a couple things, like story-wise. Like I know the one character wasn't really in it, like the one bad guy and stuff like that was from the original movie. But I really like the Stitch character, and it's basically, though, pretty much the same about this, Stitch coming to Hawaii and then meeting the one girl, and then kind of like, I don't know, just kind of the adventures with Stitch. I really like this movie. Has on here, though, the making of Lilo and Stitch, how the animated classic became a live-action favorite, drawn to life. Check out scenes from the animated film alongside their live-action counterpart, scenes with Stitch, sit with Stitch as he talks about his favorite scenes, and also has deleted scenes and a blooper in this one. And here's a look, though, inside here at the Steelbook for this one. It has the Blu-ray and the 4K and the digital copy of the film. The other one here, to let you guys know that was available, this is from Sony, and this is the complete 4th season here of the show, The Boys. And this one has on here, feature-wise, it has 14 deleted scenes and a gag reel on this one. So if you guys are a fan of the show, The Boys, just want to let you guys know that the complete 4th season is available now for the show. The next one here, this one was from moviezing.com, and I'll have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. And this is from CBS and Paramount. This is the complete 1st season here of Matlock. I believe this is going to have another season, I'm pretty sure. It may have already aired the complete second season. I'm not 100% certain. I know Kathy Bates has said, though, that when this show is done, this is going to be kind of her retirement, which I do really wonder if she's going to really retire or, like, take a little break and then come back if, like, there's, like, a bigger script or something really good comes along. It has on here, though, feature-wise, deleted scenes and a gag reel on this one. The next ones here, these ones are all from Kino Lorber, and there's some really cool releases, especially the first two. Like, these are ones, especially this movie is a movie that I have watched so many times throughout the years. Like, not the phone, big phone, Beldar. I've watched this movie so many times, and this is the Coneheads. And I absolutely love this movie so much. And it's like one of these movies I have watched throughout the years. Like I said, I cannot tell you how many times I have watched this. And there's so many character actors that I love in this movie, too. Like, Sinbad is in here. There's just so many people throughout this film. And it's basically, though, the characters of the Coneheads, who are aliens, who crash landed to Earth and basically end up stuck there. And it's like, kind of like them living their lives on Earth and trying to blend in. And like, Dan Aykroyd's playing, Beldar Conehead, and he's like a driving instructor. And it's just all these kind of problems. And Chris Farley's in the movie, dating his, Conehead's daughter. I don't know. I just love this movie so much. It's such a fun movie. I love the music, too. David Newman, did the score in the movie. And it always always reminds me so much, because it was done like a year or so after Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, but he did the music in that as well. And they always feel very similar to me, especially the segment when they go back to the Coneheads planet. It always has the same vibe of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey when they go to heaven. On here, though, it has commentary track on here. It has a interview with some of the actors, extended vintage interview clips on here with Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin, vintage EPK, behind the scenes footage, theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The next one here, now this is available for the first time on 4K from Kino Lorber as well. This is the Adam Sandler film Happy Gilmore, which I would say my favorite Happy Gilmore movie ever, just because when I think about how, my favorite Adam Sandler movie, when I think of, him, the first one that always comes to my mind, it's not his absolute best movie ever, but is my favorite one to watch, is Billy Madison. Like, to me, that's like when I think of Adam Sandler, I just always think of Billy Madison. What's cool, too, is Kino Lorber released a month or so back the 4K of Billy Madison as well. Now, this is the brand new 4K release of Happy Gilmore. The new sequel just recently went up onto Netflix. I'm hopeful, though, that there will eventually do a physical release of that, because I know Netflix doesn't usually do that, but they do here and there, like they did Wednesday and a couple things. So hopefully they will do like something limited for it or something. I always think that Netflix should almost put their own like store up and then just sell the stuff that way, so we can get physical things for some of that stuff. But on here, though, we have a commentary track on here with the author and filmmaker Brian Cannelly and the Billy Gilmore podcast, the deleted scenes and outtakes on here, as well as a theatrical trailer. The next one here is from Kino Lorber as well, and this includes the 4K and the Blu-ray, and both of the ones that I just showed too had the 4Ks and Blu-rays. Is the film with Olivia Newton-John, Xanadu, is now out on 4K, and this has on here a commentary track with the director on here, has 3 vintage commentary tracks on here, vintage 1980 sizzle reel remastered in 2K, going back to Xanadu, the 2009 documentary with the cast and crew, a trailer, radio spots, the theatrical trailer, so lots and lots of features here on this release. And the last one from Kino Lorber is the Michael Keaton film Gung Ho, and this one was a movie that was from '86, and this is one I don't remember too well, but it has a good cast in here, like George Wendt is in here, and it has on here a commentary track with film historian Dwayne Epstein, and a Finding Common Ground interview with Gerbo Wadumby, and a big old movie interview with George Wendt on here as well. The next one here, this one was from High Flyer Films. This is one I want to let you guys know that was available. It's a movie here called Crown of Shadows. This is basically kind of like a Game of Thrones, kind of medieval knight kind of film, if you like those kind of like medieval films. And basically, though, it was about like this queen had kind of like taken over and murdered the king, and it's kind of like the one's brother is trying to come after and go after the queen because of what she did and things like that, and kind of like an uproar happening. And like I said, this movie here is called Crown of Shadows. The next one here, this one was from Cleopatra Entertainment. This was a fun movie. This is one called Fear Cabin, The Last Weekend of Fear. This is basically, though, like kind of like these people all coming together for like just kind of hang out in the middle of the woods and stuff like that. And one of those kind of things, like when that kind of stuff happens, things never really go well. And basically it's kind of like certain weird sort of things start to happen. It kind of gets worse and worse as it goes along, and everything as well. This one has on here a slideshow, theatrical trailer on here, behind the scenes, and an interview on here with the director as well. The next one here, this one was from MVD, and it's a movie here called What Lives Here. This was an interesting movie. It's basically like one kind of like Session 9, about like, kind of like the junk removal crew that has to kind of clean up this building. And basically this guy messages this removal crew that's like 4 hours away, and he's like, no, you guys have to come. They're like, oh, we're 4 hours away. If we come and do the removal, you have to put up in hotels and pay for the gas, and so it's going to be very expensive. And he's like, no, it's no problem whatsoever. So basically this junk removal crew goes to this place, and it's sort of like one of those weird sort of things. When they get to this house, there is something going on in there. It's a pretty creepy movie. And like I said, this one here is called What Lives Here. And the last one here, to let you guys know that was available, this one was from Cult Epics. And it's a movie here called Dakota. And this one is newly restored, has a newly restored 2K transfer on here, commentary with film historian Peter Verstein, press night on here, Cannes Film Festival 1978, photo gallery on here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.